I'm gonna use this scrap wood to make a footstool. I gathered all the pieces that were roughly the same size. I'm gonna glue all these together so this can be the top of my footstool. Put this in here because this is the only bottle I have. Hours passed, now we can take the clamps off. I hot glued my workpiece to a board that is straight. I'm going to use this as a flat reference as I run it through my planer. The snipe blocks that you see are for that to catch the snipe. Those are sacrificial blocks that'll protect my workpiece. Here I cut one edge of my board at my miter saw. Now I'm going to use that straight edge and put it against my fence to use it as a reference to cut the other side. Now make sure that all sides of your block are square. Now for making your legs. When you make your legs, you need to get a board that is the same width as your tabletop. So after I have this all cut to the size I want, then I pick a board for the legs. I recommend labeling it top to bottom. You put an arrow here or just write top to bottom to keep track of which side is going to have your bevel cut. I've accidentally done the bevel cut on this side and ruined my piece. So having it labeled is a good visual to remind you that you're going to cut it on this side and this side. Now the bevel cut is going to be set to 15 degrees. So at your table saw, you're going to set yours to 15 degrees. Keep your bevels cut parallel to each other. So I demonstrated putting my bevel cut against the fence face down. Now repeat this on your other leg. Make sure that they're parallel. Now we're not going to move this blade until we're done with the dado cut on the top of your footstool. Don't move it. After you have everything cut, you need to sand down your pieces. Sand down the top and sand down the legs. You have to sand it because it's going to change the thickness of your pieces slightly. So you need to have it sanded before you cut your dado slot. After you have it nice and sanded, now you can go back to your table saw. I'm going to set my fence to 1.25 inches. You also need to decide the depth of your dado. So I just take the block up to the blade and make a mark to see if I like that. Mine's like 1/3 of the way. That's cool. I'm cool with that. You know, whatever you want, you know? Stay hydrated. I want to keep cutting in this way, so I'll have to move my fence over just a tad this way. So I just keep track of the notches of where I am, and I go over like a line. You only want to take off a little at a time. I wish I could get it perfect, but I'm not there yet. Since I didn't get my legs to fit perfectly in the dado that I cut, here's something you can do if this happens to you. Fill it with some glue. Make sure it goes in the cracks. Wipe off the excess. Now get your sandpaper. This is 120. Now you're gonna sand it. The sawdust is gonna fill it. And now the cracks are filled. It didn't fit perfectly. I'm a beginner. I don't know shit, so, but I'm trying. So these are some of the footstools that I made. These 3 are glue ops from scrap wood. These small ones are going to be used as plant stands. This one I made from a solid piece of soft maple. I hope that this tutorial helps you, and I hope you have a successful build. I started woodworking 2 years ago and I really fell in love with it. I'm doing this channel to share my progress and to help other beginners out there. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you for watching and I really appreciate you. Now go build.